So this place has everything?
Well, anything's buyable, yes. You can buy a time machine from here or anything like that. But then again, why would you need to? You got me anyways.
Ah, I see. So they played it safe by calling it all you could need. How big is this place then? Doesn't look terribly large from the front.
Well, I've never been here before, so I guess we'll find out. Shall we go in?
Hold on. Now it looks insanely vast. That's weird.
It certainly messes with your perspective. I mean, you can see the ceiling, but it's a lot longer than it looked on the outside. Interesting.
Where do we even start?
Well, follow the arrows.
What now?
By the looks of it, we have to select a selection we'd like to start with.
So this isn't a shop you can wander in without a list, I take it?
Definitely not. Right, well, better I select Earth.
How many planets are on there? And is that how you choose? By planet?
By the looks of it, this place isn't messing around. They're selected, and now we're following the arrows.
There's an escalator. So you choose where you're from or what sort of objects you want, and it will recognize what you need. And then just stand on whichever escalator?
Yep, come on.
Whoa.
Oh, indeed. I can't see the store's end. What's hard to look at if you let it too long?
You're telling me if I told Lucy about this, I'm not sure she'd cope.
There, friend.
Yeah, that's a point. I should probably go home soon, right? Like, to check in? I know you can time travel, but I haven't taught a class in at least a week now. Well, that's what it feels like anyways. And I need to catch up with her and other friends.
Yeah. I mean, the TARDIS doesn't really pass in any way you can calculate. It can be difficult to get used to it, and you have to remember, I can take you to any day, any when, even the day after we met. You wouldn't have even missed any work. But yes, you can go home after this if you want, if that works. Doesn't really make much difference to me. I can drop you off and pick you up within seconds, really.
Well, I think it'd help. This is all amazing and still utterly insane to me. But I could do with some comforts of my day-to-day reality occasionally.
Understandable. Although, speaking of comforts of day-to-day reality, we seem to have arrived in the Earth section.
Ah, that is nice. Some familiarity.
Quite, while everything seems to be organised, we've got seasonal sections, living section, outdoor section, food section, and technology section, which I avoid that. Especially as this is very far in the future of your time.
Yeah, maybe that's best. So, where are all the staff, do you think?
No idea. I don't know how it works here. You can stock shelves manually, or with some sort of android. As I said, this is pretty far in the future for your time. Who knows how things are done here? Well, does anything in particular catch your eye?
I do like my seasonal things. Suppose we could take a look.
Seasonal section it is then.
Wow, this stuff's amazing. Ah, another question. Currency. What do you pay with here?
I'm not sure. And if I can find one of those screens, if not, a staff member.
There's one over here.
Ah, good, thank you. Okay, let's see questions, yes. What do I pay with? Credits. This may be a measurement of years. 5,300 and something.
Oh, yeah, I'm never getting used to that.
Ha! I do love trying with you. You're supposed to know everything and how you see it. It's just so refreshing. There's someone as old as I am.
Was that a compliment I just sensed?
I think it was.
I'd like to take it that way, yeah? Was it?
Yes, it was.
Well, thank you. Oh, look over there.
Coming.
This feels like such good quality. What companies make these? There are no labels.
I can't tell you. Doesn't sound like it either. Oh, we're in the Valentine section.
Well, yeah. It's pretty. Especially some of this jewellery. Look.
Oh, that looks nice.
So, can we buy anything? Or do we not have... what was it? Credits?
Well, there's bound to be a cash machine somewhere. But someone could give us a very heavy amount. Money's no object.
I'm glad you don't make that your personality. Or I don't think you'd be very likeable.
Well, it's a good job I don't, then. You keep looking, I won't be long. I'm gonna go check that screen and ask where a cash machine is. Don't wander off. I mean that. Especially you can't even see the end. You could get lost in here for weeks, understand?
Yes. There's a lot to look at in this bit. I'll be fine.
Alright, won't be long.
Wow, that's beautiful. Who are they? What are they wearing? Huh. Strange. Seemed like they were in a rush to find something. I wouldn't bother rushing in here. Don't even know how you could.
I'm back. That was surprisingly easy. The screen acted as one as well. So I give thee 500,000 credits.
I take it that's a lot?
In your terms and in these terms, yes. Very much so. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just saw some strange looking people, that's all. Not that I'm judging their looks. You couldn't see those. They had masks on.
Masks?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to explain them exactly. Dark, humanoid features, but no detail.
Well, maybe that was the staff?
Well, whoever it was, they were in a rush to get somewhere. Walking so fast, they may as well have been jogging.
Well, hopefully there's nothing to be worried about. Have we seen the festive section in this bit? Looks lovely from what I saw at the machine.
Oh, I do love Christmas. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Where is it? The machine, you said?
Yeah, just over there.
And are you not coming?
Not just yet.
And this is coming from Mr. Don't Wander Off, I mean that.
Yes, I'm aware of the self-contradiction, but I would just like to look at something. I have a very good photographic memory. Don't worry, stay around the start of the Christmas area, and we'll be fine.
If you say so.
Where have they gone to then? How do you begin to start looking for them? They're walking fast. Wait a second. What's that? A footprint! Aha! Someone didn't want their feet at the map. The entrance. 3 somethings by the looks of things. Well, that makes my day significantly easier. But do I go and tell Iris? Should be fine. There's lots to look at.
That's a real tree. But how is it able to grow and stay alive when there's no daylight? It's definitely real though. This is amazing. Maybe I should get something. This is small enough, so why not? Hey, what the hell? Look where you're going.
Where is the architect?
Who?
Where is the architect?
I don't know. I don't even know who that is. Do you mean whoever's in charge? The manager?
We are not looking for a manager. We are looking for the architect. The architect created this place.
So you are looking for the person in charge then? Well, I'm sorry. I can't help. I've never been here before, and have you seen the size of this place? The office, or wherever they are, is probably at the back or something. You may be walking for a few hours.
This is not helpful information. You will leave us a search or be met with punishment.
Wait a second. How does that work? This section is in the opposite direction of the Valentine's one that they walked through a few minutes ago. But they were walking so quickly. So they must have turned around? That doesn't...
Make any sense? You're telling me.
Professor! You scared the hell out of me.
What? Oh, yeah, sorry. That was definitely our masked people you were talking about. They're just leaving footprints, you see.
Is that mud or something?
Of sorts, I could scan it, but I don't think that's important.
Really? Because you clearly think those people are important when you said you wanted to have a look at something. And really, you were just interested in them. Why not tell me? I could have helped.
I just wanted you to have a nice time. Not anything strange or invasion-y.
Well, that's thoughtful. But I'm interested in that stuff too. What made you think they were worth following?
Call it a hunch, sixth sense. I don't know, something just seemed wrong when you described them.
Okay, well, going back to it. We've let them walk off again. How's that going to help?
We have the footprints. They lead back here, which is what confused me. It's like their miles don't match up.
How so?
I don't know how to explain it, but... You know how I was saying about my good photographic memory? Well, I remember the section we were in from the machine for the Valentine's bit perfectly. But if we turn and head back... It's completely different to how I remember it. And it's memory from 5 minutes ago. See the problem?
So it's changing? That's why they were walking fast in one direction and then at some point somehow got redirected back this way rather than turning around?
Exactly. Well, that raises more questions. You spoke to one of them. What did it want?
It said, "Where is the architect?" Does that mean anything to you? I think they mean the person in charge.
The architect?
What is it?
I may be wrong, but considering the factors of this place...
You know who the architect is, don't you?
Yes. That's who I think it is. He's a Time Lord. But he should be dead.
Should be?
That war I was telling you about? After everyone, both sides. Except for me and apparently him.
Is that why you were so happy to save everyone a couple of days ago on that battlefield?
Yeah.
Well, was he a particularly bad person?
I love my home. Less of the people there, but he was a teacher of mine at the academy. He was highly ambitious and self-passionate, I assumed. Not with the rest of them, but... I can't tell you what his personality would be like now, but... It's been a while, and I say he could be a she? Well, I don't know yet.
Wait, sorry. What?
Oh, yeah. You don't know about regeneration either, do you? Well, we really don't have time to get through this, but... Look, if Time Lord is fatally injured or wounded, or if we just get a bit too old, really, our bodies can heal themselves, but it changes every cell. Return our memories are still ourselves, but with a different face altogether, and maybe some personality changes in some small minor areas.
So, how many times have you done it?
You assume I'm not the first incarnation of my cycle?
Yeah, no offense, but especially if you were in a war, you must have been in some grave danger before.
Well, you're not wrong. I'm the fourth incarnation. It does feel good to get that out. Well, you got the most of it. All the important stuff, but that's out of the way and good. But anyway, we have two options now. Follow their footprints, ask the mask why they want the architect, or assuming as they didn't answer you much with any detail other than the goal, we could go back and look for him ourselves.
How are we supposed to find him ourselves exactly?
Well, I have a feeling, and anyway, so I'll just choose a direction and walk forward, with the goal of reaching what I assume to be the architect's office in mind, okay?
Okay, if you say so. But if the masks have been looking at them for, say, hours, then how are we meant to beat them to it?
Oh, Iris. Looking around, I'm worrying more and more. That my hunch, it might be true. I haven't told you just yet.
Will it help if you tell me?
Probably won't help you panic.
I'm not panicking.
Not yet. Well, would you look at that?
That's it! An office. Has to be his. How did we find it so easily?
I think it's about time we found out. Come on.
Oh, why come in?
Architect, it's you! You even kept the same face, I see.
Oh, hello there again, Professor. It's been quite a long time, hasn't it?
I've got a lot of questions, as you can imagine.
Well, aren't we preset for time?
You sure about that? Because we're not the only ones looking for you, you know.
Oh, I'm aware of the masks. But this place won't allow them to find me.
But it allowed us.
And who might you be?
I'm Iris.
Another companion, I suppose.
Just a friend, so you could show us the place. We noticed the way it changed around us fairly early on.
Oh, I noticed. I knew you would be the second you stepped right into my shop.
You've been watching us.
Oh, yes. I must say, I'm glad you turned up. But how did you know where you could find me?
You think I knew? You think what? Your old student found out you survived and thought, oh, I'll go check on him and pay him a visit.
Was that wrong to think?
Does he look happy to see you?
The fact you're here, I only found out later and you know it. You were watching, you knew that.
Well, you could have been lying to your friends. That's all.
Well, I wasn't. I wouldn't. Not like that. So explain yourself. Because me and her just came to see the sights, and this is one of them. This place has built quite the reputation over the years. Just how long have you been here hiding out?
Well, I've lost count. Time doesn't exactly pass the same way as in here, as you know, I'm for sure.
What does he mean?
Yes, go on. Tell her. What's the harm?
This place, Iris, think about it. The way the aisles bend, the way it stretches as far as the eye can see, it's just hard to look at. The way you could get lost in for weeks, maybe forever. Because it isn't a shop at all. It's a TARDIS.
TARDIS? How? Yours isn't this big.
Every TARDIS can be this big. They can go on for as long as you like. You've only really seen the control room and the hallways, but the architect here has reconfigured the TARDIS to remove the main rooms and let the dimensions stretch out openly. All whilst looking like the biggest ships I've ever seen. You can do that with TARDISes, interior and exterior. Make them look however you wish. That's why they shouldn't fall into the wrong hands. Otherwise they could do all sorts of trickery.
Except this is no trickery. It's nothing more but a shop.
But it's not, is it? Sure, it looks like one, but as I found out earlier, the items seem to be very good quality, but they have no branding, no labels.
So they're part of it too? They felt real though.
Well, they are real, just not outside of here. There are far too many in this place to generate real objects, to exist outside of this space and dimension. My TARDIS gave me this Sonic, but that doesn't take much, and can be a genuine existing object. There's no need to get any more of the complexity of it though. The real question is, why are the masks looking for you? Who sent them?
Well, I've been here since the war. I ran away when the Daleks came. The Daleks sent them, and they're still looking. They've been looking since when they were sent. They've been looking for years, decades, centuries even. They aren't alive as such as they just keep on going. Over and over, with one goal in mind. To find me, the architect. Except I never let them do that. My TARDIS is too loyal for me.
Really? Because if I was a machine made to travel, I'd sure as hell get annoyed sitting in one place, constantly having to reroute 3 people.
But you have to remember, I also saved him from the Time War. All known TARDISes were destroyed by the Professor here. His and mine are the last 2 that remain in all of existence.
Don't say as if I wanted to. You were a coward. Even if I didn't run away, sure, I may have not stayed on Gallifrey the entire time, but I wasn't exactly part of the High Council. I didn't run. I went to times and planets affected by the Time War and helped out and saved as much as I could. And then, when it got even worse, I fought on the front lines, killed as many Daleks as I could, and it even killed me. After that, I had no choice. I used the moment. I ended the war. I killed our entire race, the Daleks with them. So what makes you think in any way I'd be happy to see you and check in?
I understand, Professor. And I thank you for ending the war.
I have a question.
Iris?
Oh, ask away!
Talk about how the masks can be rerouted, but this is an open shop. There were all sorts of people and species heading in when we did. What happens to them all? They can't buy anything because, well, even if they found their way back to the checkouts, they wouldn't be able to pay for anything, would they? So what happens to them all? What happens to everyone who comes in?
They don't leave, I'm afraid. And if they're going to go any further than the front, they doom themselves. I'm not responsible for that.
Seriously? How out of touch are you? You're taking living in your own world very literally right now, aren't you?
Good one, Iris.
Thank you.
Well, at least they're safe. They won't die. Time doesn't really pass here at all, and they're blissfully unaware that they've been here for as long as they have been.
How come we weren't affected by that?
You travel in a TARDIS. Doesn't matter how long you've been. Your mind is used to the effects of being in one. Even if you didn't know, you were when you came here.
Well, I'm sorry, but something has to be done now. We're not leaving here without this place being shut down for good.
I mean, you're half correct, yes. You won't be leaving here. You can't right now.
And why is that? You guys won't let us, or you won't.
Both. Now, if you could leave my office, enjoy your shopping, my dears.
Professor, come on.
Goodbye.
You were keen to leave. Why?
There has to be something we can do. I've been thinking.
Go on.
We can easily find the masks walking around if we walk far enough away from his office.
Yes, we can't exactly show what time of the office is, can we?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if this is a TARDIS, then there has to be controls scattered about somewhere, right? If not one control room like yours, then maybe individual ones. And I don't mean the screens.
There's to be somewhere. But what makes you think we could find them?
TARDISes are alive, right? That's why you call yours a she, and he calls this one a he. Why don't we try and communicate with him, assuming they can hear, and get him to show us where we can find controls?
But what do you actually want to do? I know how to do if we can find some controls.
Isn't there a way to make the TARDIS, I don't know, say put arrows on the floor and redirect everyone in here out and get the masks to go to his office?
Oh, that is a good plan. Well, we might as well try. Come on, we need to find somewhere quiet, hopefully out of sight. But where?
Toilets?
Yeah, he would have cameras in. Even he wouldn't stoop that low. Okay, we shouldn't even need to talk. He will have heard us.
We will anyway. We want to save everyone here. Everyone but the architect. We know this isn't what you want to be or do. Please help us help them. And help you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Iris. Okay, this will be enough to assist the TARDIS in helping everyone. Only issue is the architect has controls as well. We need to make sure he can't override us.
How?
Well, I've got the tonic. Hey, TARDIS, don't suppose you could give me a compartment to put in to perhaps not get overridden, can you? Thank you.
And that will stop him from stopping us?
Hopefully. Let's go with it. Okay, arrows should be appearing.
What?
How am I supposed to make sure everyone knows what to do without... It's not incom, but then he'd know.
Okay, maybe forget getting everyone out for a second and hope some people start to realise what to do. What about the masks? Can you just focus on redirecting them to his office?
I'll try. They don't start walking, so they won't even notice the change. But now, with the TARDIS's help, he doesn't want to keep them away, so here they come.
Professor, what more do you and your friend have to say to me? Yes, well, I locked the door. Are you surprised? Little things help one feel safer, but if you're that desperate, then go on in.
Architect, on order of the Daleks, you will be executed.
No. How are you here? How is that possible?
You cannot win against the Daleks. You ran away, but you did not escape.
No, you can't do this to me. I'll regenerate. I'll kill you with all the energy with your basic robotic slaves. No!
Our mission is complete. Initiate shutdown procedure.
Assuming they don't now, there's no need to override our controls, so... Everyone, customers, we need. You may not be aware of this, you've all been here for a very long time. and the store is finally closing. Nothing in here is real, so please follow all hours before the exit. Your vehicles and transport still outside. Leave everything you may have picked up behind. You will all be okay. You may not remember the past few days, that's for the best. Follow the arrows. The store is closing. Thank you.
We should probably go too, right?
Yes, let me go outside. The arrows are going to be very clear. You'll be okay. I just need to reset this TARDIS to factory settings. Everyone's gone. I'll be fine, don't worry.
Okay, well, see you in a few minutes, yeah?
Yes. I'm sorry, Architect.
Hey, I was beginning to get worried. The whole shop just disappeared.
Dimensions of both in and out have been reset. That's over there, you see? Q silver cylinder. The default TT capsule design. Now, I've got to take it somewhere.
But wouldn't that be damning it to something similar to what it already was?
Not as such. I'll be sure to take him for a spin whenever you're at home. Gives us something to do with the time after all.
Oh, that's a good idea. Professor, we need to talk about something.
Okay, well, come into the TARDIS.
Could you maybe sit down?
Okay.
How do you know he's dead?
They'd have shot him twice before the regeneration could begin. He's gone.
So, that's it? You killed the last of your kind.
I had to. No real choice.
Did you? Couldn't you take him prisoner?
Okay, maybe it wasn't the right decision, but I couldn't stop the masks. They'd have been shooting us in the way if we tried taking him. I don't want to put you in danger, especially as you're not a Time Lord and can't regenerate.
But don't you feel alone?
I felt alone before I knew he was alive. And the second I found out he was again, I still felt he wasn't a good person. He was selfish and maybe he ran because he was scared, but so was I. He could have tried to help.
But there's always another way. How often have you done it like that?
Essentially killed the last of my kind? I suppose I can say twice now.
I mean, resulted in killing instead of anything alternative. Then I think we can agree. You're better off with someone, so they can stop you. But I don't just want to be that.
What else do you want to be?
I guess we'll find out soon enough. Just don't let me leave you. You need someone, and I want to be that someone. I'm not letting you be alone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want to go home for a bit?
One more adventure. Then I'll have a break.
Okay then. Onwards?
Onwards.